Platinum Jubilee is a remarkable event in itself, isn't it? Because, I mean, she's the longest reigning living monarch that this country has ever enjoyed. And I think to maintain the tradition of being able to present and gift the Queen, as this company has done down the decades, is the tradition that we're honoured to maintain. When we were discussing the concepts in relation to what was going to commemorate the Platinum Jubilee, I came up with the idea of, because of the green canopy, which was another of the features of the Platinum Jubilee, which obviously goes to sustainability and goes to the sort of ecosystem, that an appropriate motif would be a tree, actually a tree of life was what I was thinking of. The tiers also go through using seasonal indigenous plants through the seasons, so the seasons are a passage of life as well.
The cake features many different varieties of flower. The original concept was to have British wildflowers.
The colour palette at the base was beautiful, rich plums and aubergines and deep greens. And then as we moved through, we went softer and softer as we went up the cake, bringing in the little pinch of orange on tier 4, moving up to full orange on 3, and faded away to sort of pretty primrose yellow and white up to the top.
From what we understand, the Queen has many favourite flowers. However, Lily of the Valley seems to be something that's been continuous. However, this was the starting point for the cake design.
I don't think we've seen that level of flower work done on a royal cake before, so it was very lovely.
We knew that using somebody from the Queen Elizabeth Scholarship Trust was going to be quite meaningful, and we therefore looked at the alumni of the Queen Elizabeth Scholarship Trust members. We contacted Philip and we discussed the holistic concept with him, and he came up with various designs and various permutations, and we agreed on a kind of root system, a kind of symbolic root system really for what was going to be the total base of the cake.
We had our very large base, which was beautifully carved on English walnut, and then we decided that we would go from the base up to the top. If you think of a forest floor going up to the sky, or if you think of darkness going into light, or winter going into spring and summer. That was the concept behind it, really. Because
of the Tree of Life idea, we felt we wanted something at the top which was tree-like. And we came across Ryan McLean and looked at some of his work, and again contacted Ryan and worked with him on some design concepts and ideas. And a crown on top of the tree that has been made out of silver. It is representing an oak tree, which obviously has longevity and great associations with England. Of the United Kingdom.
We chose the recipe by looking in our archives, so everything that we've historically gifted to the palace on previous cakes is documented. We've worked with Mark Schomburg, who was the previous chef on the last Jubilee cake, and we discussed and looked at the last recipe, and we thought that a nice rich fruit cake would be ideal for what we wanted.
The flowers, although they're made from sugar, they're a decorative item, and it's actually a very old technique. It goes back many, many centuries, not just in the UK. You know, sugar kind of travelled, but the flowers, although they're edible, there's a lot of wire support, which is wonderful because you can then bend and follow the shape of the cake, create more continuity.
The method I've used, which is a modern method, which means we haven't let the royal icing down. It's a normal strength consistency, and it's piped and then it's textured using a paintbrush. Traditionally, you would do it with run sugar, which is royal icing let down with water, so it flows. And you can see it's a lot more delicate. Very similar to the techniques used by Fred Sher on Queen Elizabeth's coronation cake, which was produced by McVitie's. It was offered and accepted as the official cake.
The company became a Royal Warrant Holder back in 1894, so that's a kind of fairly long and illustrious history of holding warrants, and obviously we're very proud, and I'm the current custodian of that legacy, so I'm very pleased that that continues.
It's an absolute career highlight just to be involved in the team that is delivering it and the business. It just makes me feel so proud.
So when I first heard that Palace were making a cake for the Queen, I was really, really excited. You know, it's a totally secret project. I couldn't tell any of my friends or family, although I really wanted to. And to get to make a cake for the Queen, you know, it's a dream, isn't it?